On this week's weekly video fishing forecast, the striper season continues, albeit mostly schoolies. Fred has an update on the bass and tog season and a great tip when using lures with tubes. We'll check in with Matt with some holiday gift ideas and, of course, our reports from our correspondents from around the island. All here and more at the new Fisherman.com. The fishing news is sponsored by these fine partners. If you follow our YouTube channel, why not subscribe to the Fisherman magazine too? Now, until the end of the month, the yearly subscription is 33% off. That's just $19.95 for a full year of great articles, premium content on the web, and your chance to win a Steiger Craft fishing boat in the Fisherman's Dream Boat Contest. Go to thefisherman.com and subscribe today. News 12 meteorologist Rich Van Olen is still on the Bass and Blues to the west, but he has informed me this weekend's weather forecast is a tricky one, with lots of variables that can change a lot of things. Let's check in with all the details with News 12 meteorologist Rich Van Olen.
All right, thanks, Tim. Let's check this weekend forecast, anglers, and I got to be honest with you, this is a low-confidence forecast, tricky forecast. We got one of these funny coastals coming up here. Water temps throughout the fall have been warmer than usual, so we got a lot of 50s on the board. It's supposed to be cooler than that. December now. I haven't been seeing those cold shots come in. Wave heights, again, if this storm does what it's forecast to do and come across south of Long Island, 2 to 4s, 4 to 8s, quickly go to 8 to 12s midday afternoon. So you just got to watch the latest forecast, the updates on the track of the system. And again, if it does track closer to the coast, we got 8 to 12s, 12 to 18s. If it goes farther offshore, maybe just a 2 to 4, 3 to 6 chop off the beaches. But one of those funny forecasts we have to kind of watch as we get closer. So just stay in touch with your local forecast heading into Saturday and Sunday. Futurecast here, again, the latest run showing that this is rain, it's not snow. But again, how far north does it get? The most intense yellow is south of us. Again, the winds will be somewhere in the north-northeast vicinity. Does it get that strong, though? Does the storm move away? Again, a lot of things can change with this, so you just got to check it day to day. But it looks like Sunday, if anything, will be the drier day as the northwest wind takes over. High tides, early afternoon North Shore, some mid to late morning on the South Shore. 40s, chilly day on Saturday, and even some colder stuff coming in as we go into Sunday. If you're checking the Guru here, and there's your Saturday. Again, these numbers subject to change. A lot of north there, eventually northeast. We'll see what happens with that ocean building to the afternoon. Again, depends on the track of the storm. And Sunday, either way, you're going to have a northwest going back around and some pretty big seas early into the afternoon. So this is one of those tough weekend forecasts. Could change, but we'll keep our fingers crossed. Overall, though, just be safe anywhere you go this weekend, and again, just watch yourselves out in the waters. Tim, back to you.
Remember to be sure to check out News 12 for the latest weather before heading out on the water. Now let's check in with Fisherman Senior Editor Fred Golofaro.
Hey, Tim. And not a whole lot happening since Monday's storm. The weekend, we still had some good blackfish action, still plenty of stripers around, good stuff in the surf going on. In fact, even into the storm, Monday morning, we had a bunch of stripers on the backside of Demo during that east wind before it switched to south and blew 50 miles an hour. And it turned around about 11 a.m. But the fish were still there, plenty of them. And now, things are going to start getting very iffy weather-wise. So it's very important to take advantage of the good weather windows when you get them. We have a couple of seasons coming up, two of our most popular inshore fish, blackfish and striped bass. Those seasons are going to be winding down soon. For blackfish up on the North Shore, that season, the last day is December 9th. On the South Shore, New York Bight, it goes to December 22nd. Striped bass season ends on the 15th. However, striped bass are the one species you can still target out of season, so you can play catch and release all you want after the 15th if the fish is still around. And if you're into those offshore rec trips, sea bass and porgy, both of those seasons run until December 31st, so plenty of time to put some meat in the freezer for the winter. Tim, that's about it.
From Shinnecock, let's check in with Mike Dean with all the news from the East End.
Thanks, Tim. Hey, everyone. Had some pretty good fishing over the weekend. Insane amount of bunker and a pretty insane amount of striped bass on them. Had fish blitzing basically from like Thursday until Sunday all along the beaches from Sag Harbor to Moriches. Was concentrated a little bit more on the east side of Shinnecock Inlet. gannets. There were some bluefin a little bit further out. I know a few people out on the boats got into some bluefin, which is just awesome on throwing top water plugs at them. Heard of some bluefish a little bit further east on the North Fork. Be really cool if they ended up getting close into the beach in the next week or two. We'll have to see after this weather, kind of where things are. I'm going to keep going at it. Hopefully everyone else is going to do the same, really squeeze as much as we can out of this fall fishing season. Definitely has been an amazing one. As we come up on the holidays, a couple of gift ideas. This year, I bought a Dark Star surf casting bag. Got a 3-tube, the craftsmanship in it, the price, the quality, the whole bit, just amazing. Also pretty cool. It's like a module system, so you can add on, your pork rind holder or water bottle holder. I got a 4th tube since just everybody needs way too many plugs to carry around. But he's on Facebook, he's on Instagram, shoot him a direct message. Really good guy, really good stuff, and obviously a cool small business. The other thing to keep in mind for your holiday shopping is supporting the local shops. These shops are here for us all season long with reports, with repairs, with just having exactly what we need. So it's not a bad idea to just go in, talk to the guys working in there about what your fishing was like this year, what you're hoping to do next year, and I guarantee you they're going to have some good ideas for you. These small businesses are really the backbone of our communities, especially our fishing community. So get out there, enjoy the last bit of the fall run, catch them up. Talk to you next week.
For sure, support those local businesses. Speaking of which, let's check in with Mark McGowan from Cow Harbor Bait and Tackle in Northport.
Hey folks, it's early morning. You got to get burning that midnight oil to get these rod repairs and everything that we bring into this shop out in a timely manner. So what that means is that you're fishing in the sunrise, you're fishing at sunset and enjoying the days. Pick them. Sometimes they're windy, doesn't matter. There's bass everywhere. North Shore, South Shore, it's just so much fun. It's great to meet up with friends and go there and share memories, create new ones, create lasting friendships, and get it going before it all ends. We're already into the beginning of December. Can you believe it? And the fishing just keeps going. It's great. Over here on the North Shore, we've got herring, we've got bass, there's still blackfish going. So, I mean, there's a lot to do, and it's just great to get out there. Remember, it's going to be wintertime soon. Bassing's going to end December 15th. So you really want to get there and create as many memories for 2020 that are positive as you can. And I hope to see you out there. I'm fishing every day, and I just absolutely love it. I love it. I love it. And you should love it too. And I just love seeing my friends out there. Lots of good, positive vibes going. And that's what fishing's all about. Until next week, I bid you peace, tight lines.
Managing editor Matt Broderick has a few holiday gift ideas. Matt?
With the holiday season approaching, it's a good time to purchase some stocking stuffers for the angler that you know. Let's start over here with these mega shads. Mega shads are a personal favorite of mine. I fish them in a jetty all summer, all spring, all fall. Really good at getting big striped bass to hit. Favorite colors of mine are white, pink, dark colors are good too. I've done very good on red as well, so it's a good choice to throw in the stocking. Move on down over here, we have these tsunami sand eels. These are really hot lures on the beach, especially in the late fall when sand eels hit the beach. Any of these sizes are good, but one of my favorite sizes is the 7-inch. Cast them out, slow retrieve with a twitch. Deadly, deadly lure, especially when sand eels are on the beach. Moving down this way over here, we have the mag darters, the Ozuri mag darters. These lures are really good in the spring. I've done well with them in the summer. I've done good with them in the fall as well. All the sizes are good. They have a couple different sizes that mimic the bait really well. Small sizes, bigger sizes. Either way, they're going to work. Another great stocking stuffer. Moving this way over here, we have the new sand eel Savage Gear eels. These great little baits around the bridges, on the beach. Again, mimic sand eels really well. White. We have olive as well, another great color. This color right here will work really good for weak fish. Give them a shot as well. And last but not least, you cannot have enough Sproul bucktails. Sproul bucktails are great. They work for a variety of species. Excellent for fluke fishing. Remember, you can't have enough fishing tackle.
From the Fire Island Inlet area in the Great South Bay, let's check in with Captain Al Lorenzetti.
Hey Tim, Fire Island report. I fished last Sunday, had slot-sized fish on the outside on bunker pods, and I had shorts on spot bait, live bait inside, 6 or 8 fish. And so there's still plenty of striped bass around, and they should be here right until the close of the season on the 15th. So there's definitely an opportunity to fish. Weather looked kind of tough for this weekend, but there'll be some windows to get out there for a couple hours here and there and maybe get on some fish as well. I saw a tremendous amount of surf casters along the beach on Sunday. It was really good weather, and they were catching fish. They were bunker pushed right up onto the beach. They were snagging bunker from the beach and catching bluefish and bass on them as well. Blackfishing's excellent. Still fish on the inside. The water is warm. I mean, not warm. It was in the like 53 degrees over the weekend. So that's plenty enough warmth to keep fish inside, not have to go out in the ocean and deal with the tough weather we've had. So I look forward to a good weekend, Tim, and I'll get back to you next week. Take care.
From Captree, we have a report from the Captain Gillen. Joe Ben Savenga, who let me know that the fishing slowed a bit over last weekend before the blow. He released 1 slot fish and a bunch of schoolies and can't wait for the 2021 spring run. We're back with Fred Golofaro with a great tip for those of you who use tube baits.
Hey, it seems everybody these days is fishing diamond jigs with tubes primarily for striped bass. And what I've noticed on the beaches, especially on the beaches, but it happens also in the boats, is guys fishing with tubes slipped all the way down the hook, almost to the point where it impacts the ability of a fish even getting to the hook. Some guys, they'll keep pushing it up every cast. It'll keep sliding down. It can be very annoying. Some people actually just leave it that way and keep fishing. I've seen guys doing that. Simple solution: get yourself some 4-inch wire ties. These little guys here. And just make a little loop with it, slide it in, leave enough room so you can get the hook and tube around it, and slide your tube all the way up to the eye of the hook. Snug down the wire tie, not all the way. You want to be able to move it into position and pull it tight, and to really get it snug, you want to take 2 pairs of pliers, hold one up against the lock, take the other one, pull it really tight, that snugs it up. Trim the tag end, and now that tube's not going anywhere. It's snug nice and tight, and after a few fish, may slip down a little bit. You slide it back up, but you can make cast after cast like this and not worry about your tube slipping down to the hook.
With our fly and freshwater report, we have Paul McCain from River Bay Outfitters.
Well, last week, by the way, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I hope you had a great time. I hope everyone's safe. I will tell you, I was up steelheading just before Thanksgiving, and we were swinging flies, and I had no luck. I had a couple of hits, but that was about it. But I left, and of course, as soon as I left, my friend Tony, he landed his first steelhead on a swung fly, so he was thrilled. He's hooked. We were planning on going up and fishing the Farmington with our 2-handed rods for trout, but unfortunately, the rain really blew out all the rivers just about everywhere. It will be about 4 or 5 days before they come down fishable levels. So I decided I was going to go out, and guess what? It is howling out. The South Shore is just totally unfishable. The North Shore, it's not too bad. I was hoping to get out tonight. Maybe I'll just go tie flies. But as far as it goes, the fishing is still around. I hope to fish all winter long. I'm really excited about these two-handed rods. I love swinging flies. I'm actually tying spey flies at home right now. So tie lines, everybody, and I'll talk to you next week.
From Oceanside, we have Captain Joey Leggio.
Hey Tim, what's going on? The report out of the Debs Inlet area. The stripers are still here and going pretty strong. Guys are catching them on the spoons, mojos, and the hot lure this year seems to be the umbrella rig. Guys getting multiple hookups on these umbrella rigs. It's not uncommon to have 2, 3, even 4 fish on one rig. The fish have been stretched from Jones to Debs, and like I said, there's a lot of them, anywhere between that 30 to 50 feet. On the blackfish scene, it's been pretty much hit or miss this year, which is a little weird. I don't know why, but I went out on, when did I go? I took Raph and his buddy Steve out. I forget which day it was. I think it was Saturday. Slow, very slow on the blackfish grounds. The guys only had 2 keepers, nice keeper cod, but the porgy fishing was phenomenal. I mean, all jumbo-sized pork chops the guys had a blast. Probably had 40 or 50 of these really nice-sized porgies. Actually, if you wanted to check out a cooking video, Raph did a nice little cooking video on how he makes these South American style, which was pretty cool. I could give you the link to that. Now towards the holidays, let's talk about gifts, actually, because who doesn't like a good gift, right? So with the blackfishing, being it's the fishery that we're using now, my go-to setup that I love and highly recommend is this Daiwa right here. This is a Proteus SS series rod and a Daiwa Ballistic LT 4000 reel. I'm not sure if you can see that. Have the reel filled with 30-pound braid. I choose the 4-strand over the 8-strand braid. It's not as smooth as the 8, but I feel it's a little bit more resistance to the abrasiveness of the bottom fishing around structure. Okay, usually with that, I'll put a 30-pound fluorocarbon leader and my jig's tied to that. One of the things you want to look for when picking out a blackfish jigging rod is you really want something with a bigger butt section. As you can see, this is pretty exaggerated butt section on there. And what that is for is basically you want to lock that rod into your arm, and you can see I have the full extension, everything. So when you're setting that hook, you want to make sure this rod's not going to flip out and go overboard. Some of the rods that have those shorter butts, especially in these lighter rods, you know, you're talking like a 10, maybe 12 inch, if that, I don't even know. It's small, so you're really kind of relying on your wrist to do everything. And it can be a little bit taxing on the wrist. So you definitely want to look for a rod with this extended butt. This rod is super, super light. It weighs basically nothing. I don't even think it's a pound, to be honest with you. It's very, very light, this setup. And, you know, it's all day you fish with, it's no problem at all. The rod measures, I believe this is a 6'2 or 6'4. Let me see. This is a 6'4" rod, you know, and it's got a lot of power there. But for any blackfish guy that loves the jigging now, it's the hottest thing, this is the setup right here. Check it out, ultralight, and you're gonna love it, honestly. It's so much fun. And that's basically my report. Hope everybody has a good weekend out there. I mean, this wind hopefully will stop soon. But on that, I'll talk to you later, Tim. Back to you.
Captain Mike Sentry has the latest from Staten Island.
Thanks, Tim and Fred. Well, folks, got a quick report for you today. Bass in the Raritan Bay, definitely still here. A lot of shorts, not large numbers, not large in size by any means. The locals are digging up the bloodworms and sandworms, low tide, and using in combination some clams. The bass seem to be being caught more on incoming tide than outgoing tide, which that doesn't surprise me at all. It's been like that since God knows when. On the Jersey Shore coast, if you want to get a little bit more action and possibly a keeper, early morning and the evening time, guys are casting bucktails and small tins. Reports online show a few 100+ pound bluefin being caught off of Masquan Ridge and closer inshore. These tuna are right now migrating south for the winter. As always, support your local tackle shop for this Christmas season, folks. We all have the angler in our family, so support your local shops, keep them in business. They do great for us. We got to stand by them in these difficult times. As always, you can find me and join me on my Facebook page. It's a small page. It's called New York, New Jersey Tuna, Marlin, Shark, and Swordfish Club on Facebook. So tie lighting, guys. See you guys next week.
From Brooklyn and Manhattan, we have Amal Salome with the report.
Thanks, Tim. This is Amal with the Brooklyn Fishing Club. So hopefully you got out there this Thanksgiving weekend and were able to get some fish. Striper, as you may have experienced, are still pretty good here, and the numbers are really good for hitting slots out in the Brooklyn area. So if you have yourself a good captain, they're going to get you out on them. But bluefish have also decided to start making an appearance, and we started seeing some gator blues as well. So get out there, make sure up in Rockaway Beach, they're definitely there. Take your time, enjoy it, get out there. Blackfish, well, they're still producing. It's a grind, but they're still there. Again, a good captain out in Brooklyn is getting you out on top of them. But if you're going off the pier, out in the Brooklyn Armory, you're still catching some. So there were a lot of keepers this weekend using Asian crabs. But if you can find the Asian crabs yourself, flip over a rock, find them. You're definitely going to catch yourself a good blackfish. Otherwise, green crabs on jigs have been working just as well. Also, Battery Park at night has been producing some really good stripers. So try to get out there, try to get your shot at them. And my Christmas list includes 3 things. Number 1, make sure you get your subscription to the Fisherman magazine so you can read my awesome articles. Number 2, get your membership to the Brooklyn Fishing Club so you can fish with me and teach me. And the 3rd thing on my list is just between me and Santa. Ho, ho, ho.
Raul Ortiz, the urban angler, fished with his son Jace last weekend in the Western Sound on incoming and reported that nothing but schoolies were around so far. But he's hoping this little cold snap will usher in the bigger fish. He's optimistic that these bass will stick around, though, through December. Steigercraft boats, built by people who fish our waters. Serious anglers choose Steigercraft for their 40 years of boat building experience right here in the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic. Visit steigercraft.com for a dealer near you. Remember, like our video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and tap on the bell to be notified instantly when we post a new video on YouTube. Check out this video's description on YouTube for all the related links and more information. And please support our correspondents by visiting their websites and social media pages. Very few days are left for fishing, so let's get out there if we have the right weather window. See you right here next week at the all-new Fisherman.com.